Hello everybody, this is Shayla here, and today we have a Scholomance Farm attempt and a little bit of blood ring footage. As always, like, subscribe, and let's get right into it. Alrighty, so to start off, I wanted to figure out a way to get to the alchemy lab by myself. I have a priest that is an alchemist that I would like to craft some flasks on. So it would be really cool if I had a way to access an alchemy lab on command. So that's sort of the whole drive at figuring this out. So we're just using a normal solo farm setup. This is the setup I use whenever I'm doing my solo farm. So in every solo farm video, it's going to be the same talents. It's going to be different gear, different auras, and sometimes different consumes. Because again, here Frost and Shadow is the big magic schools for Scholomance. So I made myself a radiant set, and it gave me about 110 resistance, and I did give myself a resistance belt buckle, so that's another 4 resistance, and I do have the hyperchromatic reflector, which gives me another 8 resistance, and it gives me a chance to reflect spells, which it's a 3% chance, so not huge. It's like what, 1 in 30, 1 in 33 or something like that. But still, you know, that's a spell that doesn't hit me and hits the target instead, so that's good. So again, we're taking a look at my resistance here. We're clocking it at a good 108 as far as Frost, and 123 as far as Shadow. We're using oranges, baked salmon. We picked up some healing potions as well as some mana potions from the BG vendor. And again, these are 11 silver a piece. These are fantastic. I recommend looking into them. So we're going to start the first pull here. And so far so good. These skeletons do physical damage, and you know, aside from being a little bit beefy, they're not really too scary. You know, the difficulty on these skeletons is about the same level as some of the mobs in Blackrock Depths. I would equate them to the fire elementals. So we clear the first 2, and I'm just going to do 2 at a time because this is my first attempt, and I'm not sure just how strong they are. And luckily, I was having some mana issues the last pull, so in between cuts, I actually downranked my Holy Shield and my Consecration, so now I'm not really having mana troubles the way I was the previous pull. So again, we're just going to whittle down this skeleton. And, you know, the hope is to pick up some blues and, you know, maybe some essence of undeads, maybe some skin of shadows, in case I want to, you know, sell enchantments, the 12 spell power one. It's pretty popular. So this is for exploration. Now here is the real gangster check. Soloing these 4 mobs. Now I know that they do some sort of like silence, and some they do shadow. So I've got my shadow aura on, and it turns out they do a mana burn. So that's gonna be the wall we end up hitting in Scholomance. We just got mana burned like 5 times in a row. You know, all of the tea and the regeneration rotation in the world, it's not going to help us out here, just because the amount of mana we're losing, like it's at a faster rate than we can regenerate. So that was disappointing. You know, we sort of hit a constraint. There's the lay on hands. I'm trying here, because if I can make this work, and we can end up getting past the first room or so, it should get a little bit easier. And by easier, I say it should get. You know, there's still Spectral Tutor you have to think about. There's still some other difficult mobs, but unfortunately that mana burn, we just couldn't get past it. No amount of regeneration rotation, no amount of consumes was going to keep us alive and up. So unfortunately we end up going down here. So I do want to give it another try. I end up switching sets. I switched to my Leech set, my Drain set. It's got a Demon Forge breastplate, Hikari Manslayer, and a Skullflame shield, just to help out with maybe life. Maybe I can outlast and maybe regeneration rotation my way out of it. Because I didn't want to give up on it. Yeah, I crafted all this new gear. But I don't like giving up on things immediately when they seem to not be working, because maybe you can tweak the strategy, maybe you can do something else. But again, I keep on running into the same issue, and that issue is the mana burn. Loud car going by. So the mana burn is just it's not surmountable. I don't think I can get past it. And unfortunately, we end up going down again. So yeah, I those were the first 2 attempts. I do plan on making another attempt in the future. However, I do not think Paladin is capable of solo farming Scholomance. We can do Strath Live, we can do Strath Undead, that's been proven, there's been videos on that. But Scholomance, that mana burn mechanic and the silence mechanics, it's just too much, and you need a crazy amount of DPS, so I don't think Paladins can do it. I do, however, think a very well geared Feral tank could solo it, because the mana burn is no longer an issue, and they can frenzy regeneration. So long as you can get through that pack and into the first room, I think it starts to get easier. But that pack is sort of like a gatekeeper. It keeps mages and paladins who are interested in AoE farming the dungeon. That's sort of that mana burning pack, just right up front, those 4 mana burners. They make it impossible for a single mana using player to advance. So what I'm thinking is you get on a Feral Druid, you heal yourself up with Rejuvenation and Regrowth. You switch to Bear Form, you pull your packs, and then you fight. You burn down one of the targets as fast as possible. Move on to your next, and then you would frenzy regeneration, and then you do it. But that's gonna be it for me. I still have to level my druid to 60. So when I do, that's gonna be one of the goals. We're gonna try to do a Scholomance Solo Farm. But thank you for watching. Have a good day.